And yeah, again, thanks everyone for your patience. This is amazing. This is Hangout Conversations with Matt Rappaport, and it's good to have you all with us. We're about to go live. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Theme song. Get us a theme song. I can't wait. Ready and go.
La 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 la.
What is that singing? It's crazy. Your computer is buffering. No, it's not. Yes, it is. Hangout Conversations with Rappaport. Welcome. That was BJ Woods. She was serenading you. You're retarded. No, we love all people, no matter what they are. Hi, I'm Matt Rappaport, in case you don't know me. Maybe you don't, some don't. And Bobbi Woods is here. We're going to have Noze P coming up shortly. And it's a pleasure to have you with us here on a Thursday night, January the 19th, 2012, 2012, or backwards 2102, and all that good jazz. Can you believe that this is the 4th show live on Hangouts on Air? 3rd show of 2012, 16th show overall. 16 shows in, and I still need my G+ caffeine juice. Oh. That's good G+ juice. So, I was talking about it before, but those people couldn't see me or hear me. Hangout Conversations. We're talking about the New York City Hurl. The big Hurl! It's the big Hurl we're having here in New York. Me, Tiffany Henry, and Bobbi Woods have been planning it. More information you can find on the NYC Hurl. Search for NYC Hurl. You can find it on my page. You can find it on the Plus Hurl page as well. And we're planning a lot of cool stuff. We have a Hurl headquarters going on, and we thanks to Alexander for that, and many efforts. Getting it all together, all the surprises, all the coldness and the photo walk, Daniel Edlow, Michelle Atwater, getting all the ingredients together, getting everyone ready for February the 2nd to the 5th. I will broadcast live with a couple of hurlers. I know Brian McDonald will be there, hopefully, and Bobbi Woods will be me. You will get to actually see me and Bobbi Woods, I'm pretty sure, live together in the same room. Well, hopefully she won't keep kicking my ass during the show so I can broadcast. But if I mute myself, you can watch. One window is me and Bobbi Joe fighting. The other window, Daria Musk is playing. Fighting, Daria Musk playing. Either way, it'll be a blast. And Brian McDonald will be there. A couple other people will be there. Hopefully you can join us, and we'll have fun with that. And so that's that with the New York City Hurl. Hopefully it'll be a little bit warm, sort of, and no white stuff. And we're looking forward to seeing you there. Big concert, Daria Musk, Ryan Van Sickle. Who does not want to want to suck your blood. And there's also Heather Faye, who's doing an open mic, but she'll be on the show shortly, surprise show. And Ryan Van Sickle's going to have his own show without freezing. That'll be fun. And SOPA. Did you stop the SOPA? We talked a little bit about the SOPA and the PIPA and the CRAPA and the CUPA and the CAPA. Lots of us. I was black about 20 hours. It was hard for me to stay quiet for that long on the internet, but I did my best, and it was okay. Bobbi Woods, you got through it a little bit, and I know it feels like a rerun deja vu, but how was your SOPA, stopping the SOPA yesterday?
You know, I tried to get the word out, tried to help support other people's messages, and shared a few cool things and little blackout things. Started typing blackout text in Hangout. I was all blacked out myself, and it's all fun and games. But I mean, the real seriousness of it is I don't think, like I said before, and the other one that nobody saw. I don't think the internet's going away anytime soon. There have been some shutdowns by the U.S. government of some sites, regardless of the SOPA. Mega Upload, I believe, was shut down today. A couple others are feeling a little threatened by it. If anybody doesn't know what Mega Upload is, it's kind of like Rapid Share or Pirate Bay, where people basically upload files to share with people, whether they be music, videos, images, artwork, books, ebooks, software, whatever it is. And it's weird because there are people that had paid accounts with those services, and some of those materials were their own materials that they were sharing. And there are people that are a little butthurt about it right now. But I don't think the internet's going anywhere anytime soon. And, I did not black out yesterday. I didn't want to black my profile out. I had a lot of new people circle me. I didn't want to confuse or frustrate anybody and have them go, who is this person, So, whatever. It is what it is. Matthew, I can't hear you. Nose, can you hear him?
It's awesome. I was muted, but while I was muted, I said something bad. I said something like by accident. I said the opposite of what I was supposed to say. Anyway, yeah, so stopping SOPA, whatever you can do to stop SOPA. I was muted, and I see Renata Sherwin has joined us as well as Emmanuel Cerisier, because I could say that. Robert McGee theme song, hey. Oh, okay, Robert McGee in the theme song, I don't know. And Shema Hot Ma and Pete Johnson, it works, the stream works. And, thanks for everyone that is watching us. It's always a pleasure. We're going to have some awesome surprises coming up for you. But stop SOPA, stop HIPAA, stop the ridiculousness. It's supposed to stop online piracy, but the wording basically says if there's copyright infringement, they can literally shut down any website. So not just my site and your site, but we're talking about Google and Wikipedia, and it's getting a little nice Canadian 4, a little scary, a little Big Brotherish. So let's stop this BS with the infringement on our rights. That's what I feel like, on our own rights. The internet should be a free place, and I get no one likes theft. But people, the comparison people make, like, if I buy a DVD and I lend it to you, or I buy a video, if I bought a VCR or a tape or a book or an ebook and I somehow copied it or I gave it to you, people have been doing that since God knows when. And I know this is kind of maybe just a little different because some people think that no one paid for it, and back then at least one person paid for it. But like, people get screeners, they get free stuff. There's so many things that go on as far as the freebies go, and I don't think that. I think that the industry is not hurting. The film industry is not necessarily hurting because of piracy. I think things like that, they're hurt because people just don't want to go to the movies. They want to watch on their TV. They want to watch Netflix and Hulu and on demand, and there's so many choices in the comfort of their own home. They don't have to put on their pants. They don't have to worry about the bathroom and the kitchen and food and paying for it. It's all there. So that's what I think. So keep your hands off our websites. That's all I'm saying. This isn't get liberal, too liberal here. Tons of new G Plus features coming out. That came out. Pretty cool. The hashtag drop down and auto link. Have you seen that? That's pretty cool. Hashtag Hangout Conversations. I went through, made a post with each letter A through Z to see what they had. And sure, Android and Apple and Facebook and Twitter got in there. And I found some days. There was Manly Mondays I knew about, but there's like Tree Leaf Tuesdays. Or is that Teabag Tuesdays? I don't know. There's a lot of interesting days out there. I'm just saying. Bobbi Jo could probably find them. She probably knows more about all those days than I do.
Yeah, no,
to keep track of. Do you know about some of those mean days? There's a lot of days.
Draft
It's Saturday.
Thursday.
What Draft Thursday?
It's Draft Thursday.
All that stuff. Yeah. So when Tom Cruise is on minimum wage, really? Not really? Is that supposed to be like a Mission Impossible kind of joke? I missed that. Draft. That's in the stream, by the way. You're like, where is he getting that from? People watching on YouTube or on our blog or iTunes. So yeah, so there's Manly Mondays or Music Mondays. There's Tree Leaf Tuesdays. Wednesday's like Hump Day. Is there anything happen on Wednesday?
Yeah, I think there's like Women Wednesdays.
Women Wednesday.
Talking about things that empower women or important business women in the news or things like that.
Cool.
I think there's some photography women that share things on Women Wednesdays. I could be wrong, but...
No, you could be wrong. It's fine. You're doing it right. Not wrong. And there's like Draft Thursdays and Fridays.
Oh, and that reminds me.
Friday.
You're doing it wrong? It's a new page.
Yeah, I know it's a page. I was getting there. I was plugging you. Plus, you're doing it wrong. Yeah.
I don't need to be plugged. I just wanted to point it out. I don't know anything else about
I heard you need to be
I just know that it's a page. I don't know anything else about it, so shush.
So yeah, Women Wednesdays, but the photo theme, I guess, says, and Draft Thursday. Follow Fridays from Twitter. I don't know if we do it here since there's no following. You have to go to so.cl for that if you want to, but you need an invite or a Facebook login or some silly stuff like that. Saturday is Canada and Boober Day, if Riley Burke still cares about that. Sunday, I know it's Circle Sunday someone tried to do. There's a big argument about that. So yeah, every day you can find that on the hashtag drop down and it becomes an auto link, instant link, like a plus mention, which is pretty cool. You can, BJ's favorite thing, you can now add text to pictures. You can now make your own little memes on Google+. I know Vic Adocha is so excited about that. I've used it a few times. Bobbi Jo, how is that text editor working for you? Are you in heaven?
It's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's definitely the lazy man's approach. I am a total Photoshop whore, so for me it wasn't, a whole lot, different really. I just usually, if I have something to share, I usually make it in Photoshop anyway. So just kind of like just an extra step, throw some impact text on the top and bottom and be like, ooh, it's all memed out now. But, the meme text is fun and I mean, people forget that there was always Creative Kit, so it's not like, you know, you have to be a complete rocket scientist to figure out how to do a meme with Creative Kit. But, you know, it certainly is a shortcut for fun, and go for it. And also, I noticed you can do it on animated GIFs, too.
Oh, cool. You can add it. So when you do an animated GIF, it's just like the same text will stay there as the animated GIF runs through. So if you write, like, say, animated GIF, it'll just go boom, 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 and the same text will stay there? Or can you actually, you can't do frame by frame, though, right? Which would be cool.
No, it just stays in the same place.
Yeah, maybe that's too advanced, but, yeah. No, new headphones? No, these headphones are not necessarily, I got a new haircut, Peter, but thanks for noticing. You can see the headphones better, but the headphones are headphones from the other guy, the Fruity store, and I've had them for a little bit as well. But thanks for noticing, Peter M. We seem to have lost our European connection, the French connection, I should say. Whoa, bam. She'll be back soon. So yeah, and then the video. A lot of people were like, "Give me the recording of the video." It's cool. I made one. I did a little bit, just a little bit. I did a De Niro a little bit, just a little bit. Everyone was like, "Please, more De Niro and less Matthew." I was like, "Really? Less me? Fine." Steve Vargas and McGee and they like all want their lives back, and they're like, "Oh my God, what did I think my video was 2 or 3 minutes. Everyone else is like 30 seconds. They're like 2 or 3 minutes. If you don't know on the internet, could be a lifetime. But hey, I was yapping and yapping. You're watching me now, right? Wait, if it's too long, didn't read. Too long, didn't listen. TLDL? Does that exist? Is that a brand new thing, or that's already been? Is that basically just a copy? And it's like, Not that I like the too long, didn't anything.
Yeah, this isn't the Rappaport show, by the way.
Too long didn't last. That could be sexual. What did you say there, BJ?
I said I know this is like the Rappaport show, but we do have a guest. I hope she's not sleeping. We've been.
Oh no, yeah, but is the guest? I saw the guest exited. Is the guest here? It said she left. Is she here, or she's back? Okay, I was confused then with a Z because that's how she's supposed to be. The guest is coming up real quick. Just going over a couple of these things. You could add a post to your G+ search, which is weird. I mean, I guess you can search for, say, Matthew Rappaport, and it says join the discussion, and it'll say this discussion part of the search for Matthew Rappaport. Or it could be searching for bears and beluga and caviar and women, or I don't know why you'd search that, but then you could join the discussion about all those things in one place. So I don't know if that's brilliant or weird or whatever. And I just saw you can customize your circles now to include what you want. So instead of just sharing to all your circles can actually be 1 circle, 2 circles, 5 circles. So now you can actually control what circles get hit with your circles instead of all of them, which is a nice little feature that they brought out today. Mobile updates, Android got a What's Hot and see who plus one your post. I don't know what the What's Hot looks like on the Android. Bobbi Joe, have you seen what the What's Hot looks like?
Nope.
No? Okay, no problem. And messenger stuff. All right, BJ, and you're doing good. We talked to you a little bit, and yeah, we don't want to lose Noze. We don't want her to fall asleep. It is almost 3 o'clock in the morning there. That's usually prime time here for us, but for Noze, it's not. We're going to get to her very shortly. You know, I met my aforementioned guest, tonight's guest, comes to us all the way from France, in France. She loves her G+ caffeine juice. She loves to laugh, cars, photography, hang out. She's a lot of fun. She's no freaking BS. She's the one and only. She's the Noze P. Welcome, Noze P, to Hangout Conversations. Thank you for waiting 50 minutes. And hopefully it didn't seem that long.
You talk so much.
Do I talk a lot? Is that true? Is that like calculated? Anyway, how are you? Welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being with us at this ungodly hour, 3 a.m. or 2:53 a.m. Does it feel terrible?
Yes, it does. Yes.
Yes, it does.
Would you like to try it out?
Yeah, it is nice to try out, and you do have you have your own coffee, right? You got your coffee in your hand. Yeah, it's tasting good. It's getting you through the weird hour.
I did had, but I didn't dare to leave to get another one.
Oh, did you have to leave now to get another one, or you did already?
No, I did not dare. So.
Oh, you did not dare. You didn't want to miss your show. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I met you in the early days when it was just a few of us hanging out, and I had a couple of hangouts with you, and you were probably thinking every time I hung out with you, the sun was coming up, or you were So it must have been like what must have been 2, 3 in the morning here, and it was like 8, 9 o'clock for you, right? We were hanging out maybe, and you were like, "Why is this guy still up? What is going on with him?"
And
I
how
remember.
can you talk so much?
What is it? Shut the hell up. Yeah, but yeah, talk about. I'm missing. VJ's trying to send me a telepathic message, and I guess I missed it. But you're right. Yeah, I think she was talking about earlier stuff, and I'm late to that. So, Noze P, the first thing we'd like to do on the show is we'd like to ask a random question. I have only blue today in honor of blue. I wore blue. You can't even see those numbers probably. They're kind of pathetic. As you know, I'm a filmmaker, I don't draw stuff. So
My
1, 2, 3, or 4.
You can count to 4.
Pick one. Un, deux, trois, quatre. For those people that don't speak that language.
Yes, that's correct. I have to choose one.
Oh, you choose number 1? Okay, that's what I take. You're like, I didn't choose one? This is probably not a hard question. What is your favorite movie or movie story of all time?
Oh
Do you
my
have one?
goodness. I do have a bunch of favorite movies,
Okay.
so it's kind of hard to choose just one.
Well, what about like a story related to one? Something like the movie holds a special memory in your life, maybe? That you can recall?
Let's say I've seen like over 60 times Braveheart, probably.
Really? Braveheart. Interesting. That's the
Yeah,
movie
because
you choose.
everybody loves the moment when his face is on your screen and he's screaming, "Freedom!"
Yeah, I used to like that movie a lot better. What? Who said that? Anyway, yeah, no, it's a good movie. Won the Oscar, and yeah, he's pretty good, and the whole movie's pretty epic. And those war movies, he's done a few of those. So Braveheart's a good answer. Yeah, so we've been hanging out for quite some time. You love your hangouts. Usually you got your coffee, you got your cigarette. If you want to light up now, feel free. Not that we're endorsing, you already are. I'm not endorsing smoking, but if you gotta smoke them, do it in France. That's all I'm saying. I hear it's less contagious there. But yeah, Samantha B's in France. She's got the cigarettes going. Is it possible to be in France and not smoke? Is it a tough thing, or is that common?
Of course. Yeah, it's not a French thing, I think. But you still can smoke in our streets here. You know, it's
that's nice. Yes. I feel you think of France, you think of a cigarette, and you think of the style and the old style, and people like to enjoy their cigarettes. That's all I'm saying. And so you enjoy France. So you're not originally from France.
Nope.
Yet you live there. You want to give us a little history about where you started from and how you got to France and why you stay in the country of France?
I was born in Hungary, and I was there until I get 20 years old. 19, yes, and I got here when I was 19. And it's because I got married to a French guy, so that's the only reason why I got to.
Another similarity to Samantha Villan. Are you Samantha Villan now? What's going on?
Hold on, I got divorced from him.
He's like, whoops. Okay, and so you've stayed in France ever since that, or?
Yes, I stayed in France.
Do you prefer France to Hungary, or it's not really? It's a hard choice.
No, I do think that in my mind, it's no matter what country you're living in, it's still the same thing. You got to work to pay your bills and so on. So it's, I don't know, after all these years, I guess I'm more French than Hungarian, so, it's kind of like the things I don't do in Hungary is like voting and stuff like that, because I don't have to deal with the consequences of that, because I don't live there. So I go back fairly often to Hungary.
And it's peaceful. It's more peaceful in France, is what you're basically saying, right?
Not really.
No, not really. People spit at you more, or?
No, Hungary is a fine country. It's just got out from the communists in '91, and lots of things have changed there. Lots of things that people cannot deal with because they never knew how it was working. Like a whole bunch of freedom,
There it is. Brian McDonald said. Brian McDonald wrote freedom in the thread over there. So, see, yeah. That's an impression. Yeah. That's cool. So, quit the Frenchie, keep the France. I'm not sure what. Am I missing the joke there? Oh, is that like a mustard joke? I don't even know what he's saying. That's Manuel is saying that. I don't know if you know if you know what he's talking about. Frenchie, you like freeze on me? I see a little. Oh, there you go. You press for a second. So Noze. So your name is Noze. It's an interesting name. Obviously, people think of Noze, and obviously we think of when I see Noze, everyone tries to pronounce so many different ways. What Noze, Noza, Naza, Nazi, Naz, News, Snooze, Sneeze, Nez, Nose. Oh, the Witness Protection Program, Bobbi Joe, is giving away your secrets. Bobbi Joe, your original name was actually Toes, and they put you in the program and switched it to Nose, and now your real name is actually Toes. You actually, a.k.a. Sally Jensen. I don't know, but yeah. So the Nose. So what is there a story behind Noze? Have you ever met anyone else named Noze? I mean, I swear you're the only Noze. I've never met anyone named Noze either. So, any background on that name, or it's just that's what my parents threw at me? Are you named after someone specifically, or?
No, but I love this because this is a whole polite thing in Hangouts. Because usually people don't try to spell it. It's like, oh, I don't know how to spell your name. And then they just go all polite on it, it's like, I just don't want to offend you because I don't know how to spell your names.
They don't want to get all nosy on you, and they're like, I don't want to be too nosy, but is your name Noze?
Yes. No, I'm Sally Jensen, a professional ninja assassin.
Is it really? Is Sally Jensen, and she wasn't kidding? So you go by Noze P. Is P your last name, or is P just made up, or is it a middle?
No, P is my last name.
P is your last name. Like
I'm
just P.
European, and I like my privacy.
Oh no, that's cool. I don't want to know what your last name is. I can usually I just make stuff up. Oh, Noze.
P is for perfect.
Noze perfect.
You.
Aww. Yeah, and it just so happens your last name, you are a photographer, and Noze P Photography or Noze Photographer, maybe that's what your last name is.
No, photographer?
Noze Photographer?
No, photographer.
So you do love to be, you do a lot of things. Photography is your passion. Would you say it's fair to say it's your passion in life, or just one of your many passions?
Yeah, no, I guess the first one.
Yeah.
I don't have that many passion.
I like my photography, my coffee, my cigarettes, my hangouts, and
yeah, my Google Plus, cars.
My Google your cars. Yeah, I was gonna get to that. I know you're a big fan of cars.
Cats and dogs, lions.
Oh yeah, cats, dogs, and lions in that order. Maybe none in that order. Shamat said you were trained to kill from a young age, and you got stuck in France after an assassination job went wrong.
Yeah.
If you have any stories to tell us about your Mission Impossibles, we'd love to hear about them, but I think he's stretching.
If I tell you about this, I have to kill you.
So do you think that your magic bullet can reach New York from France? I don't know.
Yeah. There are crazy things now that can happen through internet. You had no idea.
You could shock me through internet. I don't know. It would be Hangout Conversations no longer. That would be some show, though, if you wound up killing me on the internet, but I don't really know what I'd be able to do to
I can also hire a hitman, that just lives in New York. That's going to be, I think, easier.
Wait, what did you say you can do? You can just do what?
Hire a hitman who lives in New York.
You could hire a hitman, like Brett the Hitman Hart, or...
I have connections.
Yeah, you have the French connection, right?
Yes.
That's cool. That's a decent movie, too. So tell us a little bit, how did you get into photography? Like, when did you start taking pictures from a young age? Like, did your parents put a camera in your hands instead of...
No, my dad was really even allergic to photos, so every photo I have of my dad is like only a piece of my dad, like having a hand of my dad on a photo or having a whole arm, which is exceptional already. But I barely have any photos with my dad entirely on. And half of my family is kind of like this. They are all allergic to being on photos actually. And no, they did not do photos. My dad was a Woodstock hippie. And
Wait, what was he? What was your dad?
He was a Woodstock type hippie, you know. I was kind of like sex, drug, rock and roll, and
Oh, I see what you're saying.
then the rest of the world. So yeah, no, I think I really started to take pictures like back in the analog era, which was like, I don't know, maybe 18 years ago or so, when I really started to get in. Then
When you were a teenager, or even young, when you were like a baby, 18 years ago, you were what, like probably like what, 35?
Oh, thank you. That's so nice.
Started as a young.
I wish I would.
So okay, and so what are you typically like? Talk about you do pictures for just walk. Do you do photography for like events too, or you do specifically walking around and?
No, I do events as well.
Events.
Yeah.
Like weddings and big things,
Yeah.
or
Like
you're like let me be. We're playing Family Feud. Name something that's a big event that you may have a photographer at. Survey says weddings. #1 answer. So do you like that, or you much prefer walking around?
I don't. I do not like weddings. People here like planning their weddings like years in advance, and it's they are really like trying to comment everything when they have their own weddings, and the bride like are more likely trying to comment everything at the wedding than being at her own wedding. So I really choose carefully the people I'm taking wedding pictures of, because I had a few bad experiences in weddings. So I now choose really the people that I really get along with, and don't have this whole defined idea about I've seen these pictures on the internet, you know, and I like that kind of stuff with Photoshop, and can you do the same thing, you know? So that is like, no. I walk around a lot because I like to show people how it looks like in Europe, because I know that lots of overseas friends that I have since a long time had never had the chance to get to Europe. So I like to show it, you know. It's like, okay, you can come to Europe, but you can actually take a virtual tour if you wish to, you know, in some cities of Europe or in some places, or in my case in some countries, because when I go to Hungary, I like trial half of the Europe already. So I think
you've taken pictures of half of Europe. You think, like, what are some of like your most memorable spots of taking pictures? Like, are there like cities or monuments or you know, castles or old buildings?
Yeah, historical places, because, you know, we have a huge history in Europe. So I sometimes spend my vacations at some historical spot that I want to see as well. Like last year I've been in Normandy, the year before I've been in Poland, and I did the European tour of like 2,700 kilometers, visiting Auschwitz camp and not so shiny fairy tale stuff, but I really like this whole the whole historical places, you know, because I think lots of people tied to these places actually from history, you know, like you guys overseas have almost all of you someone who's been in the Second World War, so you know, you're gonna find back something in those pictures that maybe your grandpa was talking about and you had no idea how to imagine the place. So I think it's cool to show people, you know, so they can see that it's not only like on Fox News.
Fox News, whatever. Yeah. World War II is a big thing. There's so many movies and so many museums, Holocaust museums, and World War II museums and movies and lots of great stuff. I'm sure, you know, seeing have you been to the beach, Normandy, and all that? Have you taken pictures? It's pretty incredible. There's so many battles in France for World War II, right?
Yes. It's not only Normandy Beach. It's actually because that operation taken part on the Mediterranean side as well, which I be going this summer and visiting those sites too within my vacations, and that's the south part of France. So there is a
Cool.
lot.
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, South Part. And then what, the Riviera would be on the other side, or is that near there?
Mhm.
The French Riviera, would that be on the other side? Would that be, is that near there where you're talking about, the location? Am I not getting my France right?
Oh, south part is the Mediterranean Sea. You see,
Okay.
Saint-Tropez and stuff like that.
Is that French, but that's not the French Riviera over there?
Yes.
Yes, it is. Okay.
What you call it. This is what you call it.
Oh, it is. Well, you know, what's the famous casino, right, over there with the I heard my brother actually got together. He said that that casino over there, they don't let their own citizens gamble in that casino because they don't want them to. They don't want to take the money from them. They want to take money from tourists. I don't know if that's true, but that's
I love
interesting.
the cliches. I like the cliches actually. There are so many on Google Plus. You can see it when you are hanging out. You know, it's like you're meeting so many people who I think never moved out from from their own state or from their own country, and there's like whole thing about the French people.
Yeah. Yeah. No, there's well, people think French. They think of what they know of France, and sure, I think that people but would you say, do you feel that way about Americans? Like, do you think French people have the wrong idea about Americans too, or they ask questions like that, like, or do you think that you guys are just, well, do you consider, you said, well, you sort of consider yourself French, right, at this point? Hungarian, French?
I have both nationality actually, so
Okay.
I'm a double agent.
Double agent. So you've hung out with so many, have you ever been to America?
No, unfortunately not. But I plan to set my food there at some point.
You'll be back one day. We'll have a big curl. You'll be there. Yeah. I'd love to go to France too. There's so much going on, and so many cool things to see. Like, you live there, and you probably still feel like there's stuff in France you haven't seen, right? Tons of things you still want to see, even in your own country.
Oh yeah.
Isn't there? Aren't there like towns named for soup and cheese? Like, don't you have like towns that like they're known for their soup, or they're known for their cheese, or they're known for their wine and things like that? And
well, the whole country is known for that.
Okay, everyone is. I don't know. Isn't there like Potage or Fromage or Fromage? Isn't there actually a city? Fromage, right? There's actually a city. Have you been there? That's a cheese city, yeah.
Cheese, yes, and
that's what cheese said. What?
Fromage, yes, the
Taj Fromage, yes. I want to go to the Taj Fromage and eat myself a little piece of cheese. Brian Aldridge likes just cheddar. A lot of people like their cheese. Wisconsin people too, probably Vermont, and there's a lot of cheeseheads going on. Catherine Grimmon is from, I think, Wisconsin, and there's a lot of people. So Gramman, said her name wrong. So awesome. Let's do a G4 real quick, a this or that question. And we'll get some audience questions, and the McDermott maybe will drop in when he's got a few moments to spare. You know that he's always busy editing and craziness. And how you holding up? I know, so it's 3:12 in the morning. Normally you'd be sleeping, right, at this point? Maybe.
I was sleeping. I woke up for you.
Did you have a nightmare when you woke? Do you remember what your dream was? Did you have one?
Yeah, you've been in it, but I cannot check this.
Wow, that sounds scary. I hope I wasn't wearing the
La la.
All right, question number one. Ooh la la. If you have a choice. I asked you this in the promo. Maybe people didn't see it. Coffee or photography? I'm asking you one more time to choose between coffee.
Cool.
If you had to, I love pictures, but I can't get through my day without coffee. So, but you probably.
Oh, that's so cool. Okay, photography.
Photography, okay. You're like, but that coffee. That's the right answer. So speaking of nurse uniforms, sexy nurse uniform or race car driver uniform, which one do you think is sexier, or which one do you prefer to wear?
Oh, race car. No, nurse uniform is something that people are having in their fantasies, because that doesn't exist. Even though I'm not working in a nurse uniform.
Right. No, I got it.
Yeah, and nowadays we have uniforms that actually doesn't let see your bras and your G-string. So sorry guys, no more sexy things
Well, I was in the hospital, and a couple of the uniforms, I mean, they weren't too sexy. They were very flowery and older looking, but the nurses were still
Did
kind
you
of
see the
some
G string?
No, I missed that.
That's right.
Good, good point. Good point. Tattoos or piercings?
Do I have to choose?
Which one do you have more of?
Actually, right now I have more tattoos than piercings.
Is it even close or no?
I used to have more piercings, but I have more tattoos.
Wow, that's an interesting thing. Do you have a favorite tattoo that you could actually show us or no?
I cannot show you because I have to get naked for that.
Okay, but do you have a tattoo that you like that's on your arm or hand that we can see or no?
Yes, you can see.
Okay. Let's bring it out. Let's bring it out. There we go. Some tattoo. So what exactly? That's a muscle. Let's see that. What is that? It's hard to tell what that is. Tell us what that is.
It's a dragon, actually, but yeah.
It's so funny that you have a dragon on your arm because sitting here talking to you, I just saw not that long ago a dragon tattoo, and did you see that movie? Read that book? Like, do you relate to that chick with the tattoo and the piercing and like the short hair?
I have seen that movie, the original movie, and I'm refusing to watch a Hollywood remake of this.
No, but it's good. No, it's the Hollywood remake. Yeah, it's because David Fincher, though.
No.
It's okay. All right, no.
No way.
But the original movies were really good too.
And I love the original guy and the original girl, actually. And the original girl is really, really good.
Yeah, no, I think they're both good. I've seen both, but I hear what you're saying. The Hollywood, like, they tell it differently. The Hollywood is faster and more action-packed, and the original one is a little bit more detailed. And really, I think with the original one, you need to know more about the book. I think it definitely, the book is really kind of, they go hand in hand. And last but not least, with Hangouts, would you prefer to rage quit or lie quit? Where the lie quit is something I just made up where you're lying when you quit, which a lot of people seem to do. You don't rage quit.
No, I don't rage quit.
You don't do either one. You basically tell the truth. You're like, I gotta go. I'm done.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I don't know. Why would you why would you lie to people actually? That you have to quit and you are going to another hangout. And I mean, we can see that you are in another hangout. So that's why. I want pizza now.
That's what she said. I know who you're talking about. I have no idea what that even means. I muted myself. Cool. So thanks for doing. That was a G4. That was it. It's simple, rapid fire. It was very painless. You actually sent me. You're a beautiful person, a really great person, and you said, you know what, Matthew, I have all these pictures. I want to send some pictures, and it was the holiday time, and you actually were kind enough to send me 3 amazing pictures in the snail mail. I didn't know people knew how to do that still, so I want to commend you for being able to mail a letter.
I love snail mail, come on, and it's really got fast over the years because usually I needed like 2 weeks to get the mail to the United States.
Yeah.
Guys, both of you in the States, that I sent the same day the mail, you got it in the same day, and you were in 2 different states, actually.
Yeah, no, it came really fast. I mean, the mail, I'm saying, not me. What is it? Bobby's great. So the first, you told me a little bit about them, but let's just refresh it. And I know you say that you take pictures that your eye sees and you capture, but let's start with, they're all great. Let's start with this one. Just tell the audience a little bit about it and like where it was taken and maybe the spot that it's at.
Yeah, and that's from my city, and that's almost like right in the middle of my city, called the place of the Republic, which is surrounded all around with beautiful buildings from German architectures, which you cannot see right now because they are working on a few of them. Mm-hmm. And it's like a picture. I was like, oh, cool, there's a bench with no people on it, and we lives on it, so I'm going to take a picture.
Very cool. Oh my God, I see a shocking surprise. I'll have to wait. I'll have to wait to even talk about that because we're talking about pictures right now.
Check that suit out.
Check that purple out. So so then the next picture that you sent me, it's 3 pictures. Don't worry, Peter, or wherever you are, number 2, GTFO. So this picture right here, it looks like it was cloudy. It was about to be a big thunderstorm, maybe.
No. It was just cloudy.
Or not. All right, in my movie, it's a big thunderstorm. In your life, it's just clouds.
It's just clouds. No, it is in Normandy, and I had my place when I was in Normandy last summer. I rented a place right next to this place, which is an old castle, and this castle got burned like in the Second World War by the Germans and the Americans, obviously. Well, first the Germans, then the Americans, and then the Americans used this place to.
Did I lose Noze P on her sound? Oh, there it is.
She sounds fine.
Okay, I lost sound for a second. Cool, I'm sorry. You were saying it got burned by the Germans in World War II, this old castle. I just lost sound for a second.
So the Germans used that castle by World War II, then the Americans came and the Germans actually threw out everything what they had in this castle, and they burned the place, and then the Americans attacked the place and everything.
And can you actually go inside? I'm sorry.
You can still go inside. If you watch the series of the pictures I've taken, I have taken the pictures from inside as well. But the castle has only its walls still standing. There is no more roof, and you have trees growing inside, so it's kind of spooky place. But it looks really, yeah.
It's spooky place or spooky face, but
yeah, it's a really cool place.
And my favorite one, I mean, I like those really cinematic, but this is it just captured just like this very simple, very delicate flower, which was my nickname in high school, Delicate Flower.
Yes, sunflower. Was this your sign in kindergarten?
No, it was probably like last year when I was graduating high school.
Okay.
No, they never, yeah.
That is from the German border, the German-French border, which I hope like every week or 2 weeks to get my shopping done. And yeah, there is this I don't know how you call this. It's a water plant. Yeah, there is this water plant which belongs to the French, and you can go down. There is something we call pass of fishes. Mm-hmm. Because yeah, they made special things for letting fish pass in the Rhine, if you know the river.
Yes, I've heard of that. Yes.
Yeah, and
crossword puzzles.
Yeah, and then you have these flower plantations down there, and you can visit the whole thing. You can see the whole massive water plant work and everything. It's really cool. So I just stopped one day there, and I go down, and I see a sunflower, and I thought about you. I thought about Matthew Rappaport, who thought
you thought about me being a sunflower, so I was not too far off. And it was my favorite one. So what are the chances? Aw, hey Cynthia Yildrum watching. Yes, it's a pretty flower, and it represents Matthew Rappaport. And this was in France, or?
Well, this is kind of like spot on the border thing. So it's kind of like where you.
Is it on the French side or the German side?
I think it's kind of like
Please tell me it's on the French side, please. I don't think I can deal with being on the North.
Okay, it's on the French side.
Thank you. Should have said the pansy, really. That's why Bobbi Jo is no longer barely part of that. Hi, Bobbi Jo. Yeah, awesome. So she's choking on her own, whatever you want to call that. And we have Cynthia Yildrum watching us, and a lot of people viewing us on Google Plus Hangouts. And a couple of people have shared it and broadcast it as well. If you haven't, feel free to share it. And I'm glad the stream is working, and the people Hangout team got on top of it. Adam Benner. Hello! Brian McDonald said weddings can be very stressful for a photographer. I actually did a wedding once. I was a videographer for it, and it was terrible because they actually had dimmed the lights, and they never told. We were a last-minute fill-in. We didn't have any meetings. We just showed up at our equipment. We didn't have lights. It was our first wedding. They're like, are there going to be lights because the video is going to be dark? And they're like, no. I was like, well, what are we going to do? We can try to brighten it in post, but it was pretty awful. So have you ever experienced that where you went to a wedding where they were doing everything in candles and dark and set the mood, or that was no.
You experience that when you're going to a church, when they're doing a church wedding. So I experienced this very, very long church wedding, which I haven't seen ever in my life. That guy was talking for over 2 hours, and it was horrible. And the only thing you experience in wedding with photography is that guy who is stepping in your photos all the time.
Hmm.
And that is like every wedding.
The guy that's trolling. You're talking about the guy that trolls the photos?
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
God.
the big guy that is watching you being, there because you are there for the photos. You're not there for the wedding, obviously. And he sees you and he's stepping just front of you every time you're making a photo because he has to make one.
I know, it's terrible.
Yeah.
That's pretty bad. But thank you. No, what were you gonna say? I'm sorry.
You have one of those in every wedding.
Yeah, everybody has that need for attention, that cry for attention. Not saying anything about Google Plus, what? But it's amazing what's happened, what goes on in life, and even on Google Plus. And yeah, for sure. Hopefully, you don't have to do too many weddings. It's not too bad. But it's weird too. It's like when I was at the wedding, I'm like, every family and culture is different, and I know that at my wedding, the weddings I've been to, my family, everyone's like, oh, microphone, sure, I'll say something, da-da-da-da. I went around to this wedding, they were all like, we don't want to talk, we don't want to be on camera, we don't want to say anything to the bride and groom. I'm like, but you're their parents, so? Like, seriously? Okay. I'm like, they looked at me like I'm crazy to put a microphone in front of their face. Can you say something for the video? I'm like, anyway,
But you
what
know
can I
what?
say?
Something tells me that French weddings and American weddings are very different.
Oh, yes.
Oh, for sure, all weddings, sure.
I mean, we got like a keg of Miller Lite in the church basement, and we're all like doing the hokey pokey and like.
It's gonna be a white trash wedding.
or freaking, grain belt premium or something, and the
Old
French
Milwaukee, maybe?
the French people are over there and they're, antique Victorian churches and who knows what else,
Yeah, like the real one.
That's like year 2000.
What is your, okay, I got some real-time questions. Let me start with the wedding. Mr. Vargas, Stephen Vargas, loves the wedding photographers. He wants to know your experience with videographers. So because you're the wedding photographer, and I said I was a videographer. Well, what is your experience like trying to, do you have to fight the videographer for light, for space? Do you work together? Have you had that
I don't think it's, not every wedding is taking videos.
Right.
It's not that hyped. I think photos are more important for them than videos. And it's probably like, they would be probably like your people with that wedding, that nobody wants to be in a camera. So they have a preference for photos. But I do know, how to videographer, yes.
Is that what I said? Who's saying that? Videographer, whatever, videographer.
I was in the chat not to be rude, and you had to interrupt her anyway. Whatever.
No, because she commented on it too, dude. That's my new thing. I don't care if you're a chick. Everyone's a dude now because instead of like, and if I say dude, it's probably because I don't want to say something really nice or really mean. So if I'm saying dude, anyway, hey dude, but no, that's see, when I go to you knows, I'm like, hey dude, and I want to go to Bobbi Joe. All right, dude. There you go. There's a difference. Okay, so you were saying, dude.
Dude.
The dude for dudesness, I know, right? Dude, what does mine say? Sweet, what does mine say? Dude, what is... Okay. So yeah, so you're saying that it's not a big deal between you're saying not a lot of videos are being taken in France, and I agree, like, there's a lot of weddings now where you have, every wedding in America usually has both, and the videographer's all over the place, or videographer, whatever you want to say, is all over the place doing stuff, and the photographer is really taking pictures here and there, and the pictures seem to be more important overall, but the video, there's so much footage, and he edits it, and all this, and then freaking they pay for it, and that's really all that anyone really cares about, the guy that's doing it for the most part. But they're like, I always, like, my brother's weddings, like, you have the DVD? Do you have the DVD? They're like, months later, a year later, nah, we don't care. And then again, hey, look, we watch it for 2 seconds, and then it gets dusty somewhere. Like, and then that's kind of like...
I get it. It's how you see in the American movies, because in every American movie you have this sad guy whose wife died and he's watching the marriage video. that's like hilarious, you know. It's like, but you know, if I have a guy who's taking video, actually, well, most of the time, you know, now people have these small handy cameras that are like, you know, doing everything what your big thing is doing, or not exactly in the same quality, of course, but you know, it's not so bad. So and nowadays people can, you know, edit their videos at home, so everybody's doing it, dad, mom, and the stepdad and stepmom and everything. But I usually get along, you know, I just get my way along around the people, that guy who's jumping into my photos and the other guy who's jumping with the video. So, you know, you just have to get your way on. And when you are doing photography in a wedding, you don't really have time, you know, to think about how you're going to do this, because you have to do it. Otherwise, you're going to miss the things. And that can be, you know, it's not like you can redo the whole thing. So, you know, you're just jumping all around the place, and weddings are really a rush, actually, because...
Yeah, it's fast, very fast.
Yes, it's a long day. It's a very long day for me, because I usually do from the morning until late evening, late night even, because I like to follow the bride, you know.
That's what I heard about you.
Yeah, it's moments, you know, that the bride, that people usually not doing, photographers usually not doing this. But you have moments, you know, like the bride with her sister or her brother or her family, getting dressed up, getting the makeup, getting her hair down, and you know, all these moments the groom never seen. So this is really a cool thing, you know, I like to do, but it involves that I'm getting up at 6 a.m. and I'm doing the whole thing from 6 a.m. to, let's say, 2 a.m.
And then, yeah.
Day, and you're just running around, you know, you don't have time for people. It's like just you know.
There, and do you find, like, so there's a lot of coffee, do you eventually start to at some point grab a champagne and grab a drink and start to get a little smashed at the end, or you can't?
Oh, it's kind of like between, you know, we have different types of wedding here. Some people doing now what is I find pretty rude, but it's kind of like a normal thing here. Some people are, when they have, you know, lots of invited persons to the wedding, what they're doing is there are people that are invited for the dinner, and there are people who are not invited for the dinner. So they are only getting a drink, and usually they stick around until pretty late as well, but they don't have the dinner part, so you know, these people are separated in two places.
Different rooms, yeah.
Yeah, so the first thing I try to get is like the dinner table, just to see, you know, before everybody's attacking it.
Yeah, right. You can just attack each table, and that's a lot easier. Food, yeah. Everyone's like, then they try to dance. Is there a lot of dancing? And there's like, or not really?
Yes, you have dancing, and you have traditional things. What are the young people still doing? You know,
the young people. She's like, don't age yourself.
Yeah.
True story. I just found out I was older than Noze. True story. Anyway.
Can you see my wrinkles?
What? I don't know what a wrinkle is. You'll have to get back to me. So Cynthia Yildrum asked what your funniest experience while photographed. Like, did you have like a really funny comedical experience during a wedding? Someone tripped, somebody's like you ran out of film. That's not too funny. Something happened. Anything that comes to mind? Like you took a really funny picture.
Oh wait, what was this question?
Oh, her question was, what was the funniest memory or photograph you've taken at a wedding?
My funniest while a wedding? Oh.
You're like, this is a trick question. She did also ask what your favorite, I think she said photograph, or favorite thing to photograph in general was, if there was, so she has a two-part question.
My favorite things to photograph are probably the spooky, weird places, you know, I really like to do, yes.
So basically your bedroom? What? Who said that?
No.
I kid.
No, like, you know, like when I'm going off to the Maginot Line, or when I go off to a dot camp, or stuff like that, you know. I really like to photograph things where I can transmit something, or try to transmit something.
Yeah. I did just say comical, comedical. I like to mix up words, and I mix up words a lot on purpose because that's kind of like the fun the fun of me. Like, some people think that I'm making mistakes on purpose. Sometimes I do. It just depends on how much G plus caffeine Joe's have had. But yeah, I did say, I say redonkulous, and ridiculum is Bobby Joe's favorite. What music? Motavis Jones? Motavis. I can't. Motavis. I like Motavis better. Sorry, Motavis. Motavis. Motavis asks, do you have any music that inspires your work? Any, like, I know you probably have some favorite music to listen to, but do you have like an iPad or whatever, Walkman or whatever else you age yourself to be listening in your ears while you're taking photography, while you're taking snap of the pictures, or are you?
Oh yes, I'm especially when I walk around in my city. What I'm doing is like I'm playing like I'm a then tourist in my own city, and when I walk around, I got my iPhone with me with the iPod, so I listen to music. I listen to any kind of music actually, but I'm, my dad made me grow up pretty much in everything that's rock and roll, so I pretty much listen to that kind of thing, like, AC/DC and stuff like that.
AC. So all your music is pretty hard and heavy. It's like wow, 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 when you're like taking like these really pretty pictures to like Angus Young. And
yeah, now you can visual, you can be like, oh my God, she listened to Deep Purple. I'm sure.
You're like, oh, look at that. Well, you are taking pictures of some creepy places. What is there some place? And you talk about castles and historical places, like dungeons and stuff. Is there any like really disgusting, gross, creepy places, like the creepiest place that you can come to mind that you're thinking about, that you've been to, that was dark and wet and stinky but really cool to take pictures of?
Oh, dark and not stinky, but I think the worst place where I've been was definitely the death camp in Auschwitz.
Yeah. Oh God.
The second camp, not the first camp, which is a museum.
Not the day camp. Yeah, no.
Yes, but the second camp is really that you have these spooky barracks still standing, which they camp the children and the women, and yes, there is some stink actually.
Yeah.
It does stink still. But it's really a spooky thing. It's like, it's very overwhelming place, I would say. It's a very overwhelming place.
And a follow-up to that question, and Vargas and Cynthia Yildirim are asking about ghost hunting, and I don't know, like, I don't know how, is that literally going around with the camera and taking pictures hoping to capture a freaking ghost? Is that really what that is, or like, what are we talking about here?
I can tell you I never had any ghost in front of my camera. I also...
What? I want a refund, no ghost. What the hell? Anyway.
I did, however, I did double exposure back in the days, which isn't considered as a ghost picture.
Yeah.
No spooky ghosts in my house, it seems so.
But I would think, and yeah, this is sad what you said about, being the camps, and I'd love to see the camps just because they're such a part of history. But it is, that, I'm sure the ghosts there have a lot of terrible stories and all that, and it's just
like not seeing them, I think, actually.
Yeah, they would have a lot to say, I'm sure. I can't imagine, we've only seen pictures and movies and stuff. We can't even imagine, like, the horror and all that. So it's something that I think that we'll never forget. And I don't know if Europe or even Germany, I should say, will be able to live that down. I feel like, do you think that as far as World War II goes, do you think that, the memory is going to be is easy to keep alive, or do you think that as new generations get older and older, the old generations are going to die out and things like that will go away, or there's no way it'll ever go away as far as remembering? And
I think that we in Europe make the same mistake with every kind of bad things that happens, and the first big mistake we make with this is not to talk about.
Mm-hmm.
And the old generation doesn't want to talk about, because I don't know if you know that these camps' history did not really stop with World War II, because some of these camps has been used, like camps in France, has been used to internate the collaborators. That means everyone almost that was like, not really from this land, especially this part of the country, has a really long history about this thing, and it's really ugly. And when Germans got out and the camps were cleaned out, they internated actually French people. They are French today, but they were, internated there as traitors. And that was all, these camps were used for like over a year and a half after even the World War was ended. And these people doesn't really want to talk about, which is a pity, because these youngsters today that screaming extreme right things, they have no idea what they're talking about. And you cannot imagine anymore because you've never seen what has been going on there. You can see the photos, you can see the archives. It doesn't matter, you cannot. You're going to visit this camp, you won't be able to see the misery that has been going on there because you just can't, But I think we entertain pretty much the memory, especially Germans. They do entertain this. But the collective memory is very traumatized by all the wars and all what happened, and they don't want to remember this, and they don't want to talk about this. They want to forget about it and just, live their life like they did right after the World War. And I think it's a mistake somewhere, because this way, is like, you're never going to learn of your mistakes. It's kind of like, between what happened between the First World War and the Second World War, which is, a very short time between the two periods. And, after First World War, they were all like, we're never going to have war anymore, and yada yada. And 30 years later, it turned out, yes, you do. So, it's a weird thing in Europe, and it's kind of like, I can make the parallel with the whole Eastern Bloc, actually, because I can see it now in my country, But people don't talk about this. They don't want to talk about it, and the young people has no idea about what happened. So,
and they don't teach it in school, or do you think they kind of are quiet about this, what they do in France or Germany, or the education? I mean, do you I know what it's like, I only know what it's like to learn it here, but I can't imagine what it's like to be taught about Nazis and World War II as a German student or even a French student, to actually be in school, and what they teach about it and what they speak about it. I would imagine that they talk about it, but I can't, do you know anything about that as far as what kids are taught in France and Germany as far as what World War II and Nazis and World War I and French, can you give us a little idea? Do they hold back, or do they go full out? And
No, they don't. No, you learn everything. I come from a country where we skipped eventually some pages in that history, World War II has begun, then the communist has liberated everybody, and that's all. So, no, here, and especially in Germany, they are really, really, really teaching everything. So you know everything about it, how it started, why it started, who was the bad guy, who was the good guy, what the whole thing was about, and so on and so on, So
people get desperate. I mean, it just shows that it was terrible what happened, but it's amazing to see desperation and people getting brainwashed, and when people live in bad economic times versus good times. I mean, you never think something like that's going to happen, but people want, you look at this country and you look at the Occupy movement, but that was all around the world in bad times, and it's weird too how kind of the Occupy movement kind of died down, and it's a pity, but it's understandable because people only have so much time and health and money, and a lot of hits were taken. And I talked earlier about SOPA, about freedom. And it's just amazing. You talk about something like a Big Brother, or what the Nazis are trying to do, or anyone taking away people's rights and being full on in your face, and freedom. We talk about freedom. That's freedom. So I mean, what do you think? Do you think that we're moving towards that kind of thing where people are all these countries are getting liberated and free, and now the freest country in the world, our country, it's supposedly.
Sure it's free.
Exactly. Well, there's nothing.
I mean, freedom is really, it's a really relative thing, and I don't think it does purely exist, because you are not free to run around naked in New York City.
What? There's a naked cowboy and a naked cowgirl, but they are wearing, I guess, bottoms. All right.
No, you know what I mean. It's like you're never gonna be totally free because you have the laws of the society which determines what you are free to do and what not free to do. You are free, you think you are free to do it. You are not because you're gonna be punished, you know? It's like you are not free to kill someone because you are going to jail or you eventually going on a death row. So, you know, it's like freedom is like, it's a utopia for me. But I don't know where we're going. I do hope we don't go down on this road again in Europe.
Yeah.
I
Or anywhere. Yeah.
Or anywhere in the world, yes, for that matter. Because I see lots of extreme right power right now in Europe emerging. And yes, like you bring up SOPA, you know that France has its own SOPA already.
Wow. So what do you mean? So it's already in place?
Yes, yes.
So tell us a little. That's interesting. I didn't know about that. So tell us a little bit about what, like, how long have they had SOPA type thing, and how has it changed your internet experience?
Oh, well, you get like your website. Let's say you're searching for Google something. You get the results are censored. YouTube videos that block from views for copyright reasons, or be that Dailymotion, whatever site. You have a few section of eBay that is not accessible for us. So that's just the top of the iceberg, and then came down this second version of our SOPA, because we are already at the second one, which is all about the piracy and illegal downloading, and that can actually get you to jail, and the whole file sharing thing. So it's really it just, I don't know, I think people are just don't really protest about this because they don't probably understand the impact of the whole thing, because I think you can only see it when you experience the interwebs like a decade ago, and you knew that when you were typing something you had a bunch of more results coming up in your research than you do nowadays. Nowadays I have to go after the things that I'm searching for, and I have to go to the sites that I know already to get my things. It's like things like this, but people are not so. I think people are more occupied by the fact in Europe to keep their privacy on the internet than to fight for something like this. So that's a good thing as well, privacy on the interwebs. But
speaking of interwebs, not to cut you off, but yeah, I agree about freedom, and someone that knows a little bit about freedom, just some random guy in purple stopped by. He's got candles, he's got wine, he's got cheese, he's got crackers, he's got the crack pipe, purple schnurple. He is the one, he's the only Peter G, whatever that means, McDermott. Welcome to G Whiz, Hangout Conversations. Peter G plus McDermott is on the show, plus fellow plus Katia. How are ya? Welcome to the show. It's a surprise, big surprise there. I didn't expect you to drop by.
Gee whiz.
You're muted. Probably
Wow.
want to not be that. Gee
Well,
whiz, cheese whiz, cheese whiz.
There's no cheese whiz. This is actually it's
So
a
you got
cheddar from the French region of Vermont.
That's awesome. He got purple
Yeah.
candles.
Well, you set the mood, Noze. You're so artistic that I just felt that I needed to get a nice bottle of wine and some very good cheese and
I only have coffee.
Yeah, well.
No accounting for taste. What can I say? You got it all. You got the taste there, bud. You came ready. So where is the French accent you promised us?
Oh, I do not want to insult.
What? No, please. Noze, you can't insult Noze.
No,
It's
no.
the people watching that get insulted. We're all.
Come on. You have better French accent than I have.
Me? I think he has the best. Yeah.
Oh, no. I was just
How Peter McDermott does the French. Can you give us the French accent while biting into the cheese and crackers so we can't?
I could.
You should. We're waiting for you.
I want to talk about Noze's photography.
We're going to talk about that, but Bobbi Joe doesn't want to see you eat. Okay.
Okay.
What's wrong?
I'll just mute the camera when I eat.
All right.
So when I take this delicious piece of French-inspired cheese and...
Uh-oh. Whoa! That was the rip-off!
That's dirty.
Rip-off. I want my money back. That was-
we got a serious arrest for this.
You are under arrest. Oh my God, Peter G. McDermott, Pluskins tears actually. So Peter, welcome. Photography. Let's talk. Peter himself is a little bit of a photographer, and we all are. We're gonna actually have a photo walk here in New York, and I wish the two of you would come. I know that that's not possible, but in the future, and there are a lot more questions in the stream for you, Noze, as well about photography. But before we get to that, Peter McGee. I can call you Peter. Wait, Peter McGee, fucking like the filmmaker. You got the Mick, you got the G. No, good, McDermott. Okay, go ahead, Peter. It's all you.
Well, no, I just, Matt, there's a lot of people watching, and there's a lot of cool photographers out there, and there's photographers like Noze, and I'm not sure that everybody on Google Plus is fully aware of how to find her incredible photography. So I was wondering if I could do a show and tell real quick and show people how to find her photography.
Wow.
Yeah, show and tell. We're waiting. You do a little share screen
yeah,
action?
we'll do a screen share because this is really cool, and this is something that I think a lot of people miss when they meet photographers like Noze. And she'll talk about that's what she does. She'll share a picture here and there, but they're really missing out on what she really does. So I'm going to take you over to her profile.
Please do. And it's funny because I was talking about sharing screen, doing something like this, but it's good that we got you in here. So there's Noze P, and there's your cat.
Right, so we're in her profile. So obviously we could kind of stream down and see what she's putting in the stream, but we're not interested in that. We're going to click on photos. So when you click on photos, this is where most people get lost, right? They're going to see the photos that Noze has put in her posts, and they're going to see her profile pictures, which is whatever she's put up here, and then they're going to see one album and another album. And they're going to think, wow, she's a photographer, and she only has 11 plus 59 photos? That's it?
What?
What? No, you got to click on view all of the albums. You click that blue thing there, and you are immersed in a whole page of absolute incredible art.
You need to use more adjectives, actually. 2 more.
Absolutely incredible, tasteful, introspective, beautiful photography. And I was looking through specifically the French-German border.
And cats! Cats!
And cats. And cars. We didn't even get to cars yet.
Well, I don't do cats, so I'm not going to those photos. But I just wanted to share with people that, Noze is an incredible photographer, and if you haven't clicked that link, and I'll go back and show you where that link is, you are totally missing out. So go to her profile, search Noze P, and then click photos. So you'll see her stream when you first get there. But don't look at the stream. Click on photos.
Yeah, no one really cares what she has to say. Right. We just want to see her pictures.
Exactly.
She's a photographer.
And that'll take you right there. And you'll see all of her.
Yeah, that's great. And a lot of people miss that too. And it's really, there's a ton of photos there, and just there's so much to see on Plus. Just to look at people's photos. I mean, she's a photographer, but even people that aren't, between the photos that you've taken, the photos you've uploaded, the photos from your posts, it's just there's so many. You can just sit there and go through photos after photo, and we're just sitting here looking at some of your best works. Right there, was that from Auschwitz? Wait, go back to that one before, Peter. Is that or from Normandy? Can you describe that photo for us, Noze?
That is Normandy.
Normandy, I meant. Okay.
Yeah, it's the Ranger Memorial in Normandy.
So how did where are you standing there? Did you have to climb up to get where the barbed wire is, or?
No, you are actually not going down. The Rangers came from down, and
okay.
It's a big rock that they had to climb up back in the day. So lots of them died there because on top of this place you had parts of the Atlantic Wall, and so the Germans kept shooting them, and they had to climb up this thing. It was like one of the stupidest spots to. Yes, the coast of Normandy is really a bad thing. It's a bad place to pick to a coast in France because you have no ports, you have no really good places to coast there. So it was really a risky thing, and they knew it. But it was probably the best thing because the Germans never told about that they would do it. So yeah, they lost a lot of good soldiers there, but I guess it was for all of us,
Yeah, and it's a great picture. It's wonderful. Let's flip through a few more, Peter, if you don't mind, being our show and tell artist. And okay, you wanna jump back? Okay, I know we love your face.
Actually, Matt, I know you love my face, but I've just got to change this setting real quick. I've got to move the window over so I can do full screen. So just bear with me for one second here.
And I think what would be a fun thing people are asking is maybe Peter and me can go through, jump in our photos, and you can tear us a new one with your expertise and make fun of our photos. That would be great. That would be an awesome idea. We can do that too, and Bobbi Jo as well because she's here. So all three of us, we have time for that. Or if we don't do it here, we'll do it in the after show. A couple, but we can start.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
So this picture is one I had that you sent me, and that was a pretty cool one. What else we got going on? All right, that one as well. Oh, there it is. So that's okay. So that's cool. That kind of looks like a Metallica album cover, doesn't it? A little bit. It does, not to be.
Yeah, I had that. Yeah, I had the Master of the Puppets.
The puppets. Yeah. Was that? But that was actually you took that cemetery picture, right?
Yes, it's in the U.S. military cemetery in Normandy. As you know, it's a place where you have Private Ryan's family, his brothers, which is not really his real name. His real name is not Ryan, but out of 3 of his brothers, 2 of them actually is buried in this cemetery. So there are over 10,000 soldiers buried in this cemetery actually. So it's a really, really huge thing, and it's just overseeing Omaha Beach actually. So that's like, yeah, I haven't took a lot of pictures there because it's an immense place, and it's really huge. It's like, oh my goodness, it's impressive. But I think this is one of my best photos from last year actually.
Yeah, it's a really cool photo, and it does look like the Master Puppets, but it's so funny because it represents all these men and that died. It's just, but you just think about that album cover too, trying to my brain like the Metallica album and the history is like fighting each other to figure out who gets.
If I had to give a title to this, I would call this The Price of Freedom.
Price of Freedom. That's cool. That's very cool. Peter, you can flip around a little bit. I just want to go to the thread real quick. There are a couple other questions real quick. And acknowledge my audience, everyone that's watching. Rada, Sherwin, Emmanuel, Cerisier was here earlier, as well as Shmahat Pete Johnson, Shma, as well as Brains, Brian McDonald, as well as a bunch of other people. Adam Benner stopped by. Stephen Vargas asking some great questions. Cynthia Yildrum, Tavis Jones, Duda Bias, he says, as well as some other questions are popping up here. I think Tavis Jones says, any new photographers that inspire you or that you admire? Is that something offhand? Are there any photographers that come to mind that you're inspired by? Any photographers, new or old or young, or that inspire you or that you admire the works of?
You talking to me?
Yeah. Oh, are you?
Yeah, you're talking.
Are you talking to me?
You're talking to me. I'm talking to me.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm sorry, Pete. This is Peter. Hey, Peter, I'm talking to you. No, I was talking to Noze P. Yeah. You're the guest.
Yeah, you started your phrase with Peter.
Oh, did I? Oh, my bad.
That name.
Oh, did I start my phrase with Peter? I didn't think I did. Oh, my bad if I said Noze. Okay. Sorry.
It was the longest phrase anyway.
Yeah, I was talking a lot. Yeah, so what about any photographers that come to mind? Or any people on Plus?
Old school photographers. Yeah, like Delanoy, like Cartier-Bresson, like, these kind of, like Robert Capa, everything that's old school. I love old school photographers.
Old school.
Hey, I'm an old school person as well, I don't Photoshop things. I apply filters or stuff like that.
You do it all by hand?
No.
Okay.
Yes, I put the bottom in my hand.
Just checking how old school we're talking.
No, what I mean is like, I don't take out people from my pictures because they are my pictures, so I'm not going to Photoshop anyone out of my picture, and I refuse to Photoshop off your wrinkles of your face or the stuff like that, I don't do that things.
Yeah, as an actor with headshots, they always wanted to do stuff like that, and it's like when they did it to me and they got rid of some of my character, I looked a little Asian, so I'm just saying. But cool. Also, Jeremy Hall's here. He says, Peter is an a-hole. I don't know why he's saying that. He said, ask her about bingo already. I guess he's sick of Peter. He wants to know about bingo. Is there some kind of special... Peter, you don't have to black out. Don't feel bad, buddy. I don't share the opinions of Jeremy Hall. Only on Sunny in Philadelphia. Everything else he's wrong, and he's like Corey Feldman. No, but so bingo, is that an inside joke with Jeremy that I'm missing, or you like to play bingo? What am I missing?
I don't know.
Well, Jeremy was quoted for saying in a hangout, "There's nothing better than coming home on bingo night with a pocket full of money."
Wow, and you did black out when you took that bite, so you're doing it wrong.
Yeah, that's
that time. So, Peter, what are you drinking there? What kind of wine do we got going on? I see a little bit of red in your.
It's just actually a Pinot Noir that is very inexpensive and drinkable. It is the Rex Goliath. It's the 47-pound rooster.
47-pound rooster.
But it is not. And where is it from? Where does it originate from?
It is from the Californian region of the United States.
Oh, that's so pretty French, you would say.
Oh, yes, totally. I mean,
there's a lot of French people out there in California. Why would they? You know, it's everyone's out there. Everyone has a dream. Cool. So, let's see what else is going on. Yeah. So, yeah, it would be fun to do a little screen share. You know what? We'll do that in the post show. That would be fun to do that in the Conversations Plus. Go through people's profile pictures and make fun of them. But I do appreciate you staying up with us. It's actually what time is it? 4 in the morning there, right? Something like that. 4. It shows because Bobbi Jo Woods is hating people's faces, probably because of the cheese. I'm guessing is what she means. But wow, that was her. So we'll give Peter a quick G4 since he better bring the cheese, the wine. Plusketeers or Pluskins? That's an easy one. You're gonna say Plusketeers. I'll do it for you. Well, Matthew, Plusketeers. Tennessee or New York? All right, Tennessee, I'm guessing you're saying, but because you live there, you have to say Tennessee. Video editor on YouTube, or you'd rather be stabbed with a hot poker? Use the video editor on YouTube, or be stabbed with a hot poker. It's that's a Sophie's choice right there.
I'm gonna go with poker there. Yeah.
Hot poker. That's how bad it is. And Chi Chew or Charleston Chew?
Not a big fan of the Charleston Chew.
Oh, right, because you couldn't say the other thing. Poker in the rear is more like it, according to Bobbi Jo Woods. Thank you. Take a sip of that Pinot Noir. Liquor in the front. I like to keep it in the rear. What? This show just got cleaner by the minute. And we're keeping it French, keeping it in the pants.
The alcohol kills the bacteria, kids.
Uh-oh, the fun guy. He's a fun guy. It's classy. So tell us, so we didn't cover, like, Europeans. So there are a lot of differences. You guys are a lot more free in France with your TV and, like, your nudity and your drinking of the wine and
boobs on TV.
You have boobs at like 10 in the morning, right? There are boobs popping around, right?
Yeah, boobs can pop around.
Like the news anchor women are all naked, right? Is that what goes on? The news anchors and they do the weather naked and they're eating cheese and no, it's not that bad.
No, it's not that bad.
All right, you have to pay extra for that kind of thing. Family show, free in France. What?
So wait a minute, I have a question about France.
Uh-oh.
Are French fries called home fries there?
Wow, but where's Moretta?
Okay, we really have to do this whole history course on French fries.
Freedom fries.
Yeah, no, French fries called French fries because it's the way the French made, which is free. This means they fried the fries, So today you call it French fries, which is kind of mistakenly called French fries, because technically you are saying twice the same thing, because it's the French manner of frying the fries. So,
that is interesting. And is Pulp Fiction correct with all that? Like they do the mayonnaise and the ketchup, and I'm a fan of the mayonnaise ketchup. I don't know why people are knocking it, why it's so gross, but are you in the whole Royale with cheese and that whole shebang again? I mean, I'm not saying you walk into a Burger King or McDonald's or whatever.
We have no Burger King.
What? Oh, okay.
Nope. Yeah, KFC here.
KFC, what can you tell us about Euro Disney? Have you been there? Is that near you? That's in France, right? Does that still exist? Euro Disney or no?
Yes, of course. Yes, I have been there, but a long time ago when I used to live in Paris.
Oh, is it in Paris?
Yeah.
Cool.
It's outside of Paris.
Is it a petite world or petite du monde? Is that what they? Oh.
No, it's now they enlarged it, so you have the adult Disney World and you have the one for the kids. But when I was there, they were actually building the other parts of the Disney World, so I never been there since. But it's painful. There are lots of tourists, and you have to wait hours and hours.
Hours and hours. Just go on Le Mountain to space, because that's how they say it. You can see I took French. Cool. I think we're going to wrap up. I know we've been running a little bit. We had a little couple of issues, and then we'll do Conversations Plus Noze P Instagram with that, with Peter and you, and we'll get some audience members in here, Brian McDonald and whoever else is watching, Cynthia and Vargas, and they got lots of questions for you still that we didn't get to. And I really would love to make fun of Vargas' photo collection. Peter is doing optical illusion. I see we're swimming in Pinot Noir live. G+ Achievement unlocks. Scheme about it because it's been done. You are looking through a rose-colored rose. No, that's just the one there. Oh my God, brightness. Hello, darkness. So let's wrap up with everyone's favorite thing. We got the 9 Plus. Bobbi Joe Jets the 9 Plus. We'll do it real quick as possible. And what is your favorite part of Google Plus? What is your favorite part?
What's my favorite part on Google
Hangouts?
Plus? Yes, I guess so. Hangouts. I like to meet new people. And
You like to eat new people? No, you said meat. I'm just kidding.
I'm innocent.
Whoa, family show. Not really. It's really not. I don't know where Bobjo thinks that gets that from. What Peter is showing us his hole as usual.
Peter is showing off his stuff.
Don't show his hole. What the?
Don't reflect upon us. What the hell?
I have nothing to show off anymore because...
Look, it's me. I'm upside down. Kids, take a screenshot. It's like an upside down Rappaport. Or is that Peter? It's probably me. It's him. No, it's him. It's him. I see purple. Scary how much we could look alike at times. I won't ask Peter because, wow, look at it. Not scary as in like we're... anyway, you misread what I said there. Don't give me the eyebrow. What feature would you like to most see integrated there?
What?
Integrated. What feature would you like to see? What's missing on Google Plus? Anything that you can't do?
Before you could put a mustache on, but now there's no mustache. If you could put on a outrageous accent in the Hangout, that might make it more fun, eh?
Hey, Peter, can you say what you wanted you to talk to the noise about something? I sound a little Greek, not French. I don't know what's going on.
Your mother was a hamster, and your father smelt of...
I have some seasoned dressing for the occasion. I'm Italian. Oh, mamma mia. And we're making fun of...
Very nice. Yeah.
Yes. Mon ero glisser es plein d'anglais. Something about something is English. I don't know. Is that what it means? Did I bastardized French right there? Je m'appelle Mathieu.
Mon ero glisser es plein d'anglais.
Oh my God, you sounded so Italian. Not French there.
I'm really terrible at all languages, even English.
All languages, not the accents, but the language of love.
The accent was really good, actually, Peter.
Oh, thank you.
Peter does a lot of things.
That was really faithful.
Yes.
Now go away before I taunt you a second time.
Oh my God, that wine is really helping Peter be German. Did you notice that there is no more crackers and barely any cheese left in Peter McDermott's little tray there?
I don't know why he's eating it.
He blacked himself out there, and he has a mouth, so he can eat. Yeah,
wow.
What are things that I learn on Hangout Conversations on a daily basis? So very, very inspiring, Peter. Okay, so did I miss what you wanted on Google Plus? What's missing? You want French accent button on Google Plus? Is that what's missing?
Yes, that would make it more fun.
More fun if we had the button. We hit.
You guys are jackasses.
Wow, really, BJ? Really? Thanks for being supportive. What?
Maybe there could be a jackass button
that
immediately puts like ears on you. So
you mean like
if you're being a jackass, you click the button on somebody's on their little thing, and then it makes the ears pop up, and then it's like you're a jackass.
You're a jackass.
What are you trying to say about me, Peter McDermott? Are you trying to call me a...
Why do we still have freaking reindeer?
No, so you should have a halo.
Can we get back to the nose? Because I want to know what the nose knows.
I want to know what the nose does. Nose, what do you think when you think of Hangouts? What's the first thing that comes to mind besides me and Peter and Bio and Jackass? What do you think of when you first think of Hangouts? You think of what? What comes to
I
mind?
don't think of those a-holes. I'm telling you that.
What comes to my mind about Hangouts?
Yeah, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Speak your mind. What really grinds your gears, babe?
What's the first thing you think of? Hey, Cliff Roth, who's jumping around. What's the first thing that, like, when you think of Hangouts, you think of what? Oh, God, here we go again. What are we thinking about?
Oh, no, I don't join a Hangout if I don't want to be in a Hangout, so I don't do all that.
No, it was a joke. But no, like meeting new people you said before, is that kind of what you think of with Hangouts,
It's
basically?
always fun, except when you meet with weirdos or bankers. But
Well, tell us, is there a difference between a weirdo and a wanker?
That's where you get marriage proposals from. It's from all the
yes, I did have my ever first one,
Aww.
2 weeks ago. I'll hang out with someone and
Bye.
High five. Hangout conversations. Again.
Yes, I did have the only one. Actually.
Only one. So is there? What's the main difference between a weirdo and a wanker? Are they basically the same thing, or?
No, I meant it literally, yes. So.
Okay. Moving along. Is there someone on G Plus that you've met in a Hangout or on the stream that you think is a great artist or a great person or someone that people don't know that needs more love, needs more attention?
Oh my goodness, there are tons of them.
Okay, throw one out. It doesn't have to be perfect. You throw, or don't think about it. Get back to us if you want. Cat pictures, dog pictures, animated GIFs. Are you a fan? Do you hate it all? Do you love it all? I know you have your own cat pictures that you
I
get.
like cat pictures, but
Yeah.
I don't think I have the same definition about cat pictures. Dog pictures, I don't mind. Animated GIFs, the annoying part is that it's really annoying sometimes because it's really make you lag.
Right. That is
So, yeah, but I don't really care, if I don't want to say it, I just, skip the person. So far it's not so bad on my stream, actually. So, I don't see like 80 animated GIFs on day, so it's okay.
Hey, Bobbi Jo Woods. Shout out to Bobbi Jo Woods. She supposedly had the best joke so far of the evening, according to Emmanuel Cerisi. Cerisi has says, I don't know.
Was it when she called me an asshole?
Hall ass. She didn't call that. That was Jeremy Hall. Really, Peter? Are you French or are you Scarface right now?
I have a confused.
What is going on with you? I got to tell you something. I got the beef with you.
Matthew,
What?
I have a confused. I don't know what you're
What?
talking about.
All he said was you made a joke. I don't know. You made some funny comment like 2 segments ago. I don't remember. Sentences, segments. Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, other websites, Noze, do you still kind of go over there, or are you finished, or use them less? Or?
Oh my god, you said the F word?
Oh my goodness.
I fucking said it. Deal with it.
Yes, I do still have a Facebook and I
You're
use
okay.
Twitter, but really not too
Do the
often.
French people, do they have problems saying Twitter? Like, is that kind of like, do they hate saying that word? Is that kind of, sounds like if you were
Yeah.
French.
Twitter.
You're a twit head. Like twit. Like a twit is British, I guess. They say
Twit.
Twitter.
Tweet.
Twits.
Twit.
So I see that you and Peter are both smoking fags. Is that a normal occurrence, or?
You're still gonna blame it on me anyway.
Is he trying to be you? I feel like he's trying to be you. Peter, are you trying to be Nose?
She has inspired me.
She's trying to.
Oh,
Oh no, he basically just the image I just got from that. He mentally just grabbed her ass. Thanks a lot. All right, that's awesome. Nose, please don't swallow that smoke in front of everyone. Okay. So we're almost done. Do you have a favorite G Plus story? Anything that happened in a Hangout that was just ridiculous? That a moment that was good. We could say positive. Positive, negative.
It was this funny thing. One day we were in a hangout and we did a public hangout. It was like in the beginning when you could actually do a public hangout without having lots of weirdo people. And there was this Indian lady popping into this hangout. And out of the blue, she saw a guitar in the background of, I think it was Mahatma's background. And out of the blue, she popped out a violin. and she started to play like horribly violin.
Like it was like a terrible American Idol audition with violence.
Yeah, it was like you could see like everyone's face all over your face, like what the fuck. Yes, and then she, you know, she did that for like a minute or a minute and a half, and then she just crashed out of the Hangout, and we were all like, "What was that?"
You know what though? You gotta give people with that kind of courage kudos to come into a Hangout
Yeah.
and do something really stupid or do something really awkwardly wonderful.
I agree. I think that it takes
Too
balls
many
to do
wallflowers
things.
and people that just sit there and gawk.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, I mean, it's still funny. Even if it was bad, it was still balls, and it was still kind of a funny moment for her
It was
to
funny.
play.
It was not bad. It was funny. You know, it's just, you know, you just all gone like suddenly like,
Yeah,
what the hell is going on? Why did you do that to us?
How long did this go on for? Are we talking about like 5 minutes or longer than that?
Yeah, like 5 minutes. Yeah, it was like she popped in, then she crashed one time, and then she popped back, and then she said this whole guitar thing, and then she just got out that violin out of the blue, and she's just like, oh, I'm gonna play violin. Why did you do that to the violin lady? It was like bad treatment to violin, you know. But it was pretty funny. She just crashed up right after, and we were like, you know, okay.
It was like bam. Peter's gonna do something funny according to the stream, and I guess he's putting pressure on himself. He said want to see me do something funny. He does look a little red. His face matches the wine in the bottle. I don't really know what the hell is going on with that. Did you get a sunburn or what's going on there, Peter? I feel bad.
A wine burn.
A mind melt?
Matt, I really don't know what you're talking about.
Wow. You're doing something funny right now?
No.
Is that funny? Is it funny? Is it a little bit funny? Vargas is leaving us. I think everyone can cheer now. No more Vargas. The joke that Emmanuel was referring to, Bobbi Joe made: poker in the rear, liquor in the front. Classy barman. FYI, this is a family show. That is the joke of the night, according to Emmanuel Cerisier, who sounds French himself. So we're going to wrap up right now with the last question, and then we will go on to Conversations Plus, where we can smoke and make fun of pictures some more.
Were we not supposed to smoke?
Yeah, you didn't get that memo?
No. Why didn't you tell us?
What?
Don't confuse Noze. It's 4:15 in the morning by her. She's been working as a nurse. She's been nursing it up. We're going to talk more about her nursing
Noze,
it up.
if you could have lived anywhere, where would you live?
Peter, that was my question.
On a desert island.
Did you say deserted or a desert island? Because either one sounds good. I don't mind if the island's made a desert.
Was that in German? Was that on a deserted island? That's kind of sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger.
On a deserted island.
Austrian, sweet. What would you? Do you really want to be alone on a deserted island for the rest of your life? You want to be in Poland?
It's pretty cool. Alone with my desktop and internet.
Right. Well, you won't have any internet on a deserted island. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, cats.
Could you survive without the internet? Can any of us survive without the internet?
Yes, of course. Yeah. When I'm going to Hungary,
what would we do all day?
I kind of wish we didn't have it so I could read more.
I did not born with internet, so I can survive pretty well without internet. It's not a problem for me, or without a cell phone or whatever. I mean, I'm in the era. It's like we are kind of like the history book of this age, but I did not born with this. I think my little brother would be sick, without internet, but he's actually sick without internet. But when I go back to Hungary, usually I don't have internet access unless unless I'm connecting to my mom's thing. But
tapping into your mom's thing, that's probably an interesting.
Yeah, my mom's server. But otherwise,
you know me so well, then, Noze. So you know what I'm thinking. The audience, Vargas stayed around, by the way. We got him to stay because I said his name enough time. Vargas. I don't know. Hello, Vargas. I believe we can survive without the internet. We've just been using it for so long. So pick a number. 2, 3, 4, one of those numbers.
She likes cats.
3, all right. 3. Oh, good. This is something we didn't even talk about. I'm glad you picked it. what is your dream car and why? If you could have any car in the world.
That is so easy. That is
Easy. That was one of the first things I asked you in Hangout when I met you and you told me you like cars.
I just bought a car, but my dream car is a Mustang from the 1960s.
Ooh.
Or a Chevy Impala eventually.
A Chevy Chase Impala, sweet.
Yes, if I cannot have my Mustangs from the 1960s, it's going to
So you're saying you're not in favor of a Dodge Viper? You'll pass.
A what?
The Dodge Viper? You're like, what is that? I don't know.
Oh yeah, Dodge Viper. Oh my god.
That was like as a kid. That's the one all the kids were like, oh, Dodge Viper, Dodge Viper.
But I'm definitely Mustang.
Mustang
yes.
Sally.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes. yes.
And why? And what is it? Peter is looking for some
Mustang.
samples. There's a Mustang.
That's a 66 Impala.
Yeah, 66 Impala. So it reminds me of like Dukes of Hazzard, right? Basically, it's got that build of the General Lee. No? Yes? All right, maybe not. You do have Dukes of Hazzard in France. Don't leave me hanging. So cool. The West Coast is hanging out. Hey, I see Riley Burke is joining us and saying that Peter McDermott is blushing. It is only 20 minutes after the hour of 7 in California, and the joke is older than Bobbi Jo Woods. Thanks for aging yourself, Bobbi Jo Woods. That's always fun. So, yak. So yeah, no. Oh, there's a DeLorean. Would you drive a DeLorean, or only if it went back in time? There, Noze.
Oh, DeLorean! Oh my goodness! You know that they are going to make a new version of DeLorean.
What?
13, yes.
They're gonna make it look nice, you're saying, and not like Back to the Future-esque?
Oh, they will be definitely Back to the Future-esque.
Yeah, I mean, like, I only want a DeLorean if there's a talking Doc Brown doll in the passenger seat that talks to you. You gotta go faster, 88 miles, we don't have enough road. Like, now how cool would it be if you got a DeLorean and it came with a passenger Doc Brown that wouldn't shut the F up? That would be awesome until you, like...
Nah, I don't want to go back in time.
No, you can't go back in time, obviously, not yet.
I don't want to go to the future either. I don't think it's that pinky fairy tale.
Yeah, but no, think about the amazing photographs you can get if you went back to like World War II, World War I, like some of the real time. You took your camera now and you went back and took pictures then. That would be pretty cool, right? No, yes, not really.
Yeah, that would be, but yeah.
You're like, I don't want to die for it. They're like, who is that strange person with the flashing device? Wait, I think they had cameras in World War II anyway. But they'd be like, why is it talking to me and saying that it's at low battery? I don't get it. Cool. It's been a good show. We had a lot of fun. Peter, do you have a dream car? While you're here with the red face and?
I just want to be in whatever car Noze is in.
Uh-oh. Wow. Are you channeling your psychic powers right now, or is that your sexy look? Are you
my sexy psychic look?
So not to take over, but while I have you, Peter, do we want to talk? Do we want to tell people to call any phone numbers if they have a chance?
Actually, I think we should field some phone calls right now, Matthew.
Should we field some phone calls, or should we hold?
No, do you want to field some phone calls?
Would you like to hear a little taste of what Musketeers is going to bring to your day? I know Bobbi Jo Woods is dying to hear some of that. Peter, if you want to bring up some of that craziness before we get out of here, get into her car. Wow, Bobbi Jo Woods singing. Oh, get it out, save it for the after show. Yeah. All right. Do you want to just play? You have anything that's like sounds like Bobbi Jo Woods in there that we can play real quick? Maybe on the way out to get us out.
Shut up.
I would like to say that my next scheme is to throw Matthew Rappaport out of the nearest window the next time he heads me up on a scheme. That is all. Goodbye.
Bobby, I'm not saying that was Bobbi Jo Woods.
I can't confirm or deny that was or was not Bobbi Jo Woods.
It sounds like her twin sister. I don't know what's going on. That's crazy stuff. I don't even get it. Next week we're going to be live with Tim, I Drink Your Milkshake Clary. He will be drinking lots of milkshakes, and then the big epic New York City Hero with Daria Musk, followed by Ryan Van Sickle, Nate Davis, Mohammed Mansauer, or however you pronounce his name, Rob Michael, Paul Rustan, Tara Naomi, Heather Faye, Glenn Rogers. A bunch of people will be on in April, March, February. Noze, you were an awesome guest. Thank you for staying up till this late hour. We had a lot of people watching, a lot of people that slept questions that we'll cover in Conversations Plus, which I promise I will hopefully get you done by the top of the hour. And will you be able to stay awake until then? I don't know. Or are you pushing? You're like, what? Like
the top of the hour, Matt. I thought you only took 3 minutes.
Whoa. That's what she said.
Whatever.
Whatever. She's like in the whatever. Hey, Peter, I thought that was a secret, and please don't tell your girlfriend about what we did in those 3 minutes. Thank you. All right. Hangout Conversations. It's been a pleasure to have you here. Like I said, check our website, hangoutconversations.com. We are live. We have a G Plus page. Noze P Photography. You have your own Google Plus page plug, which we should tell the people about. What can people expect to see on your photography page, just besides your pictures? Just pictures? Pretty much.
My pictures.
Your pictures, cool. That's good. And Peter has a crap load of pages like myself. Is there any one page, G Plus interviews? I know you did one with Chi, and you did one with Joe Puglisi. Did I say that right?
Yeah, I definitely did. But in this case, Matt, it's not about me. It's not about you. It's about Noze, and I would totally check out her profile and look at her pictures.
I agree. I just
cool
wanted
stuff.
to give you some moments. Yeah, Noze is cool. Her pictures are cool. Hanging out with Noze is cool. She is a fair person, and she makes hangouts enjoyable. And she might give it a little look like, what are you doing? But like, she's just joking. She usually. Thanks for staying. Stay tuned for Conversations Plus. Be about 5 minutes or so. We'll be opening that room up and get a couple of you in here. Tell your friends to stop the sofa, stop the pipa. We'll talk a little bit about that if you really want to. Get yourself a neat little hashtag, Hangout Conversations, or hashtag Truth Photography, Tagaport, Rappaport. That's what I'm saying. So we'll see you next week, Thursday, with Tim Clary. Till next time, go! Peace, everybody.
213-375-8725. Leave your message now. Call 1-213-375-8725.
Call now. Plus, your tears are waiting.
8752. I'm dyslexic.
213-375-8752. Call Jenny. She's also on the line.
35375.
Uh-oh, copyright violation. Bye, everybody. Hang on,
All right.